Processing claims is a procedure that you must go through each month in order to participate in the Child and Adult Care Food Program. This is the process of making sure that you meet all state and federal rules before you submit your claim for reimbursement. Centers should not submit claims for meals or children for which regulations are not met. Claiming meals and children without following the guidelines could result in having to pay back money to the state, serious deficiency, or even termination from the food program. Minutemen UCX has a claims processing function that you must run each month before submitting your claim to the state. The program performs over 75 edit checks on your data and compiles all of the components of your claim information together for you to submit your claim to the state. When you hit the Process Claims button, Minutemen UCX starts analyzing each child and each meal to make sure it meets the food program requirements. There are 3 basic steps that must take place in order to process claims with Minutemen UCX each month. 1. All data must be accurate and up to date. 2. Process claims using the Process Claims tool in the program by going to Claims, Process Claims. 3. Review each error message that you get as a result of processing claims. Errors will be printed on an Office Error Report, which we often abbreviate to OER. In order to complete Step 1, you'll need at least these 3 data components. First, all child data should be up to date and accurate. For example, you should have current enrollment forms and FRP rates for all children enrolled, and the data in Minutemen should reflect that. Second, meal counts and attendance that have been recorded on paper should be transferred into Minutemen UCX. Third, menus for each meal claimed should be recorded in Minutemen UCX. If all of the data in Minutemen UCX is correct and up to date, you are ready to process claims. Processing claims usually takes place at the very beginning of the month, since you are processing data from the previous month. Before you begin, make sure you're on the current claim month. The claim month is usually the month prior to the current calendar month and is always listed at the very top of your screen. The claim month is the month that you are working on, not the current calendar month. So, for example, at the beginning of January, you are still working on the December claim. Therefore, December should be listed at the top of the screen. To begin Step 2, go to Claims, Process Claims. Claims that are being processed for the first time will show up under Process New Claims. Claims that have already been processed at least once already will show up under Reprocess Existing Claims. If you want your Office Error Report to print out, check the Print OER button. If you prefer to view it on screen only, you can uncheck that box. The claim for the current claim month will automatically be marked for processing by default. Before you leave this screen, click the Claim Error Help button. This document should either be printed or saved to your computer. You will need it for Step 3 of this process. We strongly suggest reading at least the first 3 pages before proceeding. When you are ready, click the Process button. When processing, Minutemen UCX applies all system edit checks to the data. This is how the program will determine how much money you will be requesting from the state. For Step 3, you'll need the Office Error Report and the Error Report Help document. The Office Error Report, or OER, contains very important claim information. The top half of the report includes free, reduced, and paid totals, ADA, reimbursement amount, and much more. See page 2 of the help document for a more detailed description of this data. The bottom half of the report will either say, "Congratulations, you have no errors," or it will have a list of 1 or more errors. Each error is like a red flag calling for your attention. To deal with these errors, you must look at the error reference number and find that number in the help document. The help document will answer almost all of your questions regarding each error. Do not assume that you know the reason why you're getting an error. It is critical that in the first 6 months of using Minute Menu CX, you look up each and every error message you get. This step will help you have a better understanding of the program as a whole. To fix claim errors, fix the data that was either missing or misentered and reprocess the claim. To reprocess claims, go to Claims, Process Claims, and click the Reprocess Existing Claims option. If you receive errors on your Office Error Report that do not apply to you or are irrelevant and you wish to disregard them, a slight tweak to your policies may be needed. To view your agency's current policies, go to Administration, Manage Policies. Please practice extreme caution when you're editing your agency's policies, as they can have far-reaching effects on your claim. Policies should never be changed without first consulting a main decision maker in the company who is familiar with food program regulations and has the authority to make major company decisions regarding policy. If you have any questions about the impact of a preference change, we recommend you contact Minute Menu support before making the change. To contact our support team, go to Help, Contact Minute Menu Technical Support.